What's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me? Since my autistic ass fucking phone doesn't want to charge in time for a video, here we are. I have to read off my computer the entire fucking video, dude. My god. Apple's retarded. I'm just going on a rant right now. The dumbest fucking company ever. Charge your phones faster. Oh yeah, nice. Second I start the video, I'm using my computer. I'm sticking to the script. I'm using my computer. Yep, fuck you, Apple. Up next, we have an NBA recap for yesterday's games, and later tonight, I didn't want to do it all in one video. Later tonight, we will be talking about tonight's games, which have been pretty decent, I suppose. Getting into the plot, Martinez and brothers Mitch, played by Kirk Acevedo. So there's new characters getting introduced into this season. There's been a lot of that going on, obviously. I feel like that happens a lot in the seasons, of course. It's as it should, honestly. It's really refreshing to get new characters in the show. And Pete Dolgen, played by Enver Gajoyak, rescue the governor and Megan from a pit of walkers. So they come and save the day. The guy that left behind the governor finally comes back for the leader, and the guy that even gave him a chance of survival, of course. Yeah. After reuniting with Lily and Tara, the governor joins the camp of Martinez, who appears surprised by the governor's decision to adopt a new identity. They're calling him from a different name from Philip, of course, and he's kind of like, oh, huh, interesting. It's really cool to see you evolve like this, I guess. And to, like, change mans and finally be a good person for once, and that kind of puts hope into the governor, or into Martinez, of course. Guys, sorry, I'm like fucking short on breath. I'm just like so frustrated. The governor, Martinez, Mitch, and Pete go on a supply run to a nearby cabin, on the way to which they find 3 dead bodies labeled liar, rapist, and murderer. So someone's trying to kind of send them a message that this isn't safe. There's a lot of maybe sending a message to the governor, someone that survived possibly. I'm not sure who would do that, but yeah. While resting in the cabin, Martinez tells the governor that he wouldn't have saved him if the governor weren't with his adoptive family, which Martin believes indicates that the governor has changed from his old cruel ways. He's adopted some new people, he's taken them in as his own, he's helped them out. So Martinez kind of sees that as a good sign for the governor, of course. Yeah. When they return to camp, Martinez invites the governor to play golf atop a trailer, where Martinez reveals that Schumpert, one of the governor's former henchmen, became reckless and was bitten near one of the walker pits. Martinez and Mercy killed him, of course. Obviously, you gotta kill these people. You can't let them turn. It's kind of like putting them out of their misery. You're seen as a good person. I mean, obviously, at first, when they were just getting used to the apocalypse, this wasn't the case. But, yeah. I think the setup's really cool with the Brett Favre in the background, but I'm not going to have this setup for long, especially when I'm streaming tonight, which I will be. GZTV Live on Twitch, all lowercase. Make sure you check it out. I'll be playing COD with the boys, because I don't have to go to bed at night till midnight, so. Yeah. Let's see. A drunk Martinez shares his insecurities about keeping the camp safe, and he offers the governor a co-leadership role. He's like, man, look, if you want to help me out, you can, dude. In response, the governor strikes This is crazy. The governor just goes on a fucking rampage. We think he's done being cruel. We think he's going to finally swell up and start to become a good person. But boy, are we wrong. He turns right back into the evil that once overtook him, and he just can't handle himself, I guess. Let me see. This is actually pretty good. I actually kind of like reading this. Sorry about this. Let me make this smaller. Just making some adjustments, some audibles before we move on. Yeah, strikes his head with the golf club, throws him off the trailer, and drags him into a pit of walkers where Martinez is devoured. So Martinez passes away. The governor gets rid of the skeletons in the closet and makes even more skeletons in the closet. The governor repeatedly mutters, "I don't want it," which is weird. He acts really weird. He has weird behavior throughout this episode, so we're not really surprised though. The governor's kind of psychotic. He's gone through a lot of phases of like, kind of been through a lot of phases of kind of going insane. I mean, as he should. You know, being a leader, it's a big responsibility, and then when it's taken away from you after all you've worked for, yeah, it doesn't make you happy. Pete and Mitch announce Martinez's death to the camp, attributing it to drunken carelessness. So obviously the governor gets put off the hook because they know that he didn't do it. He was drunk, it is kind of a logical like summation for how he died, but yeah, it's definitely weird to automatically go to that conclusion, but yeah. And Pete declares himself temporary leader, so I'm pretty sure the point of killing off Martinez was so the governor can kind of take control over the people. So, but when that doesn't happen, obviously he gets even more upset, and he's just going to keep going. Pete, Mitch, and the governor then go on a hunt and find another camp. So there's more signs of civilization nearby. So that's definitely really interesting. That creates some more storylines for the show, like as you're watching it. But then, yeah. Mitch wants to raid the camp and take their supplies, while Pete opts to find supplies elsewhere. They need to find their own supplies. They need to kind of be independent. It'd be kind of immoral and kind of messed up of them to go into this finally established tinted community and just destroy everything they have. So yeah, the three later return to the occupants of the camp killed and the place raided. I would say that the governor did this. You almost want to assume that the governor did this. You're not quite sure. There's no like confirmation, and we don't ever really get proof that the governor did this, but you kind of like assume that. That's kind of weird. Mitch is frustrated that their supplies, the supplies that were supposed to be theirs, and the supplies that they came back to raid for, were taken by others. But I think the governor did this. I don't know. Upon returning to his trailer, the governor tells Lily that they must leave since he deems Martinez's camp unsafe. Can't talk right now. I'm just kind of like speeding myself up and trying to get through this video and getting through the next so I can go up and watch the Packers game, work on some gay-ass homework. So, which I don't really need to get done tonight, which I don't know if I will, but yeah, he's deeming it unsafe only because he ruffled some feathers, rippled the waters, and yeah, he's pretty much making it dangerous for himself, and he's putting it on other people. He, Lily, Megan, Tara, and Tara's girlfriend Alicia, who's a new character played by Juliana Harkavy, depart at night in a motor car, but they turn back when their path is blocked by a sizable group of walkers, mired in mud in the road, so they realize they can't go further. It's too dangerous out there. It's more safe to be in Martinez's camp than be out wandering. The next day, the governor kills Pete in Pete's trailer and forces Mitch to join him, declaring that the governor is now leader of the camp. He's destroying anybody that steps in his path. Anybody that wants to take over as leader, the governor is not having it. So he's just kind of killing everybody off. The governor then drags Pete's weighted corpse along a jetty and throws it into a lake to kind of dispose of it and to make sure that no one realizes that he's the one killing people. It's getting suspicious. People are starting to go missing. Later, he organizes the survivors to form a rough perimeter around the camp and asks Tara to organize and catalog all their ammo. So he's starting to become this leader again that he once was for the city of Woodbury. He gets all the people together, and yeah, they take control. He takes control, and he makes sure everything's going well for this camp. He makes sure they have all the resources and that they're good to go. Despite Lily's insistence that the camp is safe, the governor believes they need to move to a more secure location, again, to probably hide the fact that he killed all these people, and he doesn't want them to get suspicious of that. During a game of tag, a walker who has entered the camp attacks Megan and Tara, but the governor quickly kills it, being like the man of the house, taking over, being a hero when he was once a villain, but obviously it's kind of contradicting based on his actions in the episode. Concluding that the prison is a safe place for his family, the governor scouts the prison and observes Rick and his son Carl digging in the prison yard. So he's kind of looking, he's making sure nothing bad's happening, but he realizes his sworn enemies are still there. So they're going to have to do something about that. He looks away and notices Herschel and a smiling Michonne burning Walker corpses. Angered, he aims his pistol at them, threatening to kill them. And I think that was a prelude to where we were left off. I could be wrong. 2.9, talking about the critical reviews, we had a 2.9 out of 5 by Sean by TV Fanatic. Some people were very frustrated with the governor's easily condensable storylines, placing the main story of the prison-based survivors on hold, and it's kind of questionable how long the characters will survive under the governor's watch. 8.5 out of 10 for IGN. David Marisse's performance as the governor is great. He's getting more screen time, so obviously people are going to be talking about that. The concept of failed redemption as a storyline was cool. The storytelling techniques were awesome. The lack of subtlety was kind of, yeah. The reliance of on coincidence was kind of meh. The rushed feeling of the governor's storyline, yeah, for sure. A B plus on the AV Club. The execution of the governor's philosophy as a calculating individual bent on survival, but the need to spend 2 episodes on this was weird. Deadweight had sluggish spots, and the previous episode's build-up wasn't entirely justified by the results, but can't be perfect. That's really all I'm going to say. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I got to get to the NBA so I can get up and watch my Packers play, So yeah, have a good rest of your guys' day. We're going to be talking about the NBA next, of course, but then we're going to be talking about the NBA again later tonight. So there is that. Hopefully I don't take too long on that video.